students, are you ready for a night of laughter? Tune in to see the latest on which famous comedian will make an appearance on campus tonight.
The uplifting mental health promotion Fresh Check Day is Kent State's way of reducing the stigma. Hear all about the annual event on campus.
Coming up during the Health Minute, we'll reveal the latest news about the listeria outbreak that has been linked to the now recalled Boar's Head deli meat.
The latest on Hurricane Helene as it has been upgraded to a Category 3 storm. All of these stories and more as Kent Stater TV begins right now.
This is Kent Stater TV.
Good evening, Portage County, and thank you for joining Kent Stater TV this Thursday. I'm Joe Malbin.
And I'm Nikki Kacheski.
Well, with the semester being a month in, students are already feeling the stress.
Our reporter Emma Campbell attended an event yesterday that addresses these types of concerns and more. What do you have for us, Emma?
Hey guys, I visited the DI Hub where the annual Fresh Check Day was taking place to encourage students to engage and talk about mental health. The Well Hub had their Fresh Check Day Wednesday night, which was an event to promote mental health and suicide prevention. Fresh Check Day aims to create an approachable atmosphere for students to engage in conversation about mental health.
This Fresh Check Day, it happens once a year, so we'll have like 10 booths set up, and at each booth they'll have a different topic that they'll talk about. So like we're the unique booth and we're focusing on body positivity.
The event came from the Jordan Porco Foundation in honor of a young man in 2011 who committed suicide, and now they go around the country helping universities raise awareness with mental health.
The best way is just to talk about it, do events like these, provide the appropriate factual education surrounding mental health and stigmas.
Students were able to win prizes, giveaways, and more while getting the chance to be educated on Kent State's resources, mental health, and how to spread awareness.
You know, you have to recognize it and be okay with it for yourself and then be comfortable talking about it.
October is Mental Health Awareness Month for Kent State. More events will be taking place on campus, and it is encouraged for students to participate in hopes of reducing the stigma around mental health. For KSTV, I've been Emma Campbell.
Thanks, Emma. Well, this week is recognized as Banned Book Week, and there have been a few events on campus participating, bringing awareness to the cause.
Our own Noah Rowe was at last night's 4th annual read-in and has more coverage of it.
The crowd spilled out into the hallway for Kent's 4th annual Kent State Banned Book Read-In. It's an event that celebrates banned books from all across the world.
I think it's so important that students, faculty, staff, alum, people of all walks of life stand up for their right to read and stand up for their right to think, to choose, to be who they are.
Students were given an open microphone and had the chance to talk about how censorship has impacted them. One student took this opportunity to share their experience working at a drag story hour.
My 3 best friends were in a drag queen story hour that made national news because someone tried to burn down the church that it was in. And that was one of the scariest days of my entire life. 3 of my closest friends who I love and adore truly almost lost their lives days before this event that we were doing to just get money. The amount of security that goes on at these drag queen story hours, that is what's traumatizing to the kids.
This year's read-in was described as the biggest one so far and promises to be even bigger when it returns next year.
I think you saw that passion tonight, and not just students from America, students from other countries talking about the trouble with censorship. So it was overwhelming for me. I rejoice in it.
I believe censorship is a very important topic, not just because of the history of my own country under military dictatorship, but because I believe freedom is often a fragile thing, which can be challenged by many factors in society, and I think we should talk about this.
Early, black people, people of color, and LGBTQ plus people are losing their voices.
Continuing with campus events, the Student Center is hosting Coulda Been Records with Drewski.
Drewski is known for his sketch comedy and collaborations with various musicians.
Tonight's show will begin at 8 and go till 10 with an opportunity for students to participate in the show.
This is one of many events and celebrations being held ahead of this year's homecoming weekend.
And Kent State's Hall will be having their grand opening. The newest building to campus was named in honor of U.S. Ambassador Edward F. Crawford and is having its grand opening tomorrow from 2 to 4 p.m. The Crawford Building was designed to facilitate interaction among business students and faculty, as well as the business community across the world.
With fall upon us, it's the perfect opportunity to embrace the season and community. Brimfield Township is doing so by hosting Brimfest in collaboration with Brimfield Historical Society. The two-day festival between Friday and Saturday will have food, various activities, like the police department holding a dunk tank. Brimfest will be held at 4158 State Route 43. Tomorrow, the activities will last from 4:30 to 10.
WKYC Studios and Oswald Companies are hosting a very special telethon. From 5:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m., viewers can tune in to raise money for the Boys and Girls Clubs of Northeast Ohio. Boys and Girls Club of Northeast Ohio acts in order to provide homework help, sports, and meals for kids aged 6 to 18. Each donation of $25 or more will enter viewers into a drawing for home Ohio State tickets or home Browns tickets.
Your first forecast on Kent Stater TV.
Hello, Portage County in Northeast Ohio. I hope you're having a great day out there today. I'm KSTV weather anchor Odin Amador-Gorby with your Thursday evening weather forecast. Now, currently in Kent right now, we are dealing with cloudy skies out there. It's been like this all day with a high of 71 right now, so it's been pretty warm. Humidity at 75%. Winds are moving southwest at 5 miles per hour with visibility at 9 miles. We are, for our lakeshore counties, we are under a small craft advisory until Saturday at 8 a.m. And the biggest concern is big waves and gusty winds, so don't go out there if you have a small craft. So here's our Northeast Ohio temperatures right now. So as you can clearly see, our city of Kent right now is at 70 degrees. Youngstown at 72, Ashtabula at 69, Akron, Kansas 72, Cleveland 72, Worcester at 73, Mansfield 71, and Sandusky at 69 degrees. That's because a warm front has been pushing through, bringing in all this really above average temperatures across our region. And as we are talking about the warm front coming through, we are going to experience impacts from Hurricane Helene that's going to bring in more human-like conditions. And our hour-by-hour forecast right now, as you can clearly see, 7 o'clock we'll be dealing with those cloudy skies, high of 70, but then it's going to go down to 67 with partly cloudy skies toward 9 o'clock and 65 with partly cloudy skies towards 11 o'clock. That's all I have for now, folks. In my next forecast, we will be talking about those impacts that the remnants of Major Hurricane Helene will have on our state soon. Until back to you guys at the news desk.
Thank you, Odin. A Stowe judge who used threatening tactics to get people to pay court fines now faces suspension by the Ohio Supreme Court. Stowe Municipal Court Judge Kim Hoover faces both suspension from the bench and practicing law for a year. These punishments come after Hoover pushed for unconstitutional imprisonment of those who couldn't pay these falsely claimed fines. Records show he only jailed 2 defendants and threatened 14 others.
And Portage County Sheriff Bruce Zukowski released a letter Wednesday following a 19 News report that said inmates were working an event for his 2024 election campaign. The letter said that he immediately began investigating the situation. Zukowski said it was done without his knowledge or permission. An inmate that spoke with 19 News said he was paid $3 a week and cigarettes. The Ohio Secretary of State is reviewing to see if an investigation is needed.
With it being a year since the East Palestine train derailment, it's still fresh in Ohioans' minds, and it will remain that way with a federal judge approving a $600 million settlement. Norfolk Southern will pay this amount to residents who live within 20 miles of the disaster. Most approve of the cash offer, with only 370 households and 47 businesses opting out of the $55,000 claim.
Last April, a law addressing distracted driving was enacted, which made it illegal to hold an electronic device in your hand, lap, or other parts of your body while driving on Ohio roads. Now, because of this law, distracted driving deaths are on the decline. From 2019 to 2023, Ohio saw over 55,000 distracted driving deaths. This year, Ohio has seen only 28 distracted driving-related deaths.
Hurricane Helene is looking to be more dangerous than Hurricane Katrina, and it's quickly making its way to land. Tune in to find out all the details about this tropical storm.
The progression of the school year brings anxiety for many students. Hear all about how parents can monitor their students for signs of stress.
You think you're just checking your messages or telling a friend you're on your way. They could be the last words you ever type. Make sure you get where you're going.
Welcome to my block party. Glad you can make it.
I can do this all day. Your moves are just gay.
Using gay to mean dumb or stupid, not cool. Not in my house, not anywhere. It's not creative, it's offensive to gay people, and you're better than that.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
Good morning. Hope you all had a good weekend and are ready to be inspired. One quick thing I want to remind you guys to be studying.
Major key alert. Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
Today we're talking about inspirational quotes.
You want to get that paper? You better turn in that paper and get an A+. That's a major key. Another one. Mogul talk. You want to reach the mountaintop? You got to go hard. To succeed, you have to believe. Stay focused. Fly higher than the eagle. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote from recent history?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at getschool.com.
Keeping you informed and ahead of the storm. This is your KSTV weather.
Strengthened into a Category 3 hurricane.
For more on this story, our correspondent Alex Mitch joins us tonight. Hi, Alex.
Hi guys, thank you and good evening. My name is Alex Minch, here to give you the latest updates on everything related to Hurricane Helene. Hurricane Helene is a Category 3 hurricane making its way to land, but thankfully it will only get weaker from there. The director of the National Hurricane Center, Michael Brennan, warns that there is a potential for flash floods in parts of southwestern Georgia and the Florida Panhandle. The storm is expected to pass through northeastern Georgia, South Carolina, and western North Carolina.
So stay in home, shelter in place for a day or so. Monitor the media, monitor our websites. We'll let you know when it's safe to move out, but don't be out sightseeing because it's a very dangerous time, whether it's a falling limb or a down power line. Folks do get hurt or killed after the storm.
To prepare for Hurricane Helene's landfall, a pre-landfall emergency declaration for Florida was passed. This declaration allows FEMA to provide resources to the state for emergency protective measures, as well as aiding in initial response and recovery efforts. FEMA recommends people to take this storm seriously and start preparing early. With a Category 3 hurricane, you can expect homes to sustain major damage, trees to be snapped or uprooted entirely, and electricity and water to be unavailable for several days to weeks after the storm passes. Hurricane Helene is expected to get stronger, which could mean a Category Level 4 storm. According to the National Hurricane Center, this could lead to a, quote, a high percentage of framed homes will be destroyed with total roof failures and wall collapse, end quote. That's all the hurricane news I have for you today. My name is Alex Minch, and we now turn to Odin for more weather-related news around Northeast Ohio.
Welcome back, everyone. Now, thankfully, we are not going to experience the major impacts of Helene, but we will experience remnants of the storm here in Northeast Ohio. But right now, as we look across our statewide temperatures right now, you can clearly see we are still baking out there. Pittsburgh at 73, Akron, Kansas 72, Athens at 71, our state capital Columbus 73, Toledo at 70, and Cincinnati at balming 73 degrees. And as we look for our Friday's forecast, so we're going to be talking about the impacts of Helene on Northeast Ohio. And when Helene will reach Northeast Ohio, it will reach around Friday night to tomorrow night. And the main risks of it will be flooding, gusty winds, and potential for power outages. So make sure you charge up your phones and devices tonight, so now you'll be prepared for it tomorrow. And so please stay weather aware, and it will be gusty. Like I said, 10 to 20 miles per hour is expected. And as we look towards your extended forecast, like I said, we're going to be on Helene watch this week for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, because that's the biggest time window for when Helene could come. This forecast can change over time, so definitely be weather aware throughout the weekend. As you can clearly see, we'll be in the upper 70s. But then Sunday through Tuesday, we're going to deal with rain showers with highs in the upper 70s. But then we'll start to dry off towards your Wednesday with partly cloudy skies with highs in 67 on Wednesday, Thursday at 72 degrees. And that about wraps up my Friday evening weather forecast. Always stay weather aware, especially this Friday evening and weekend. Make sure you have a NOAA weather radio with you. Have a great weekend, everyone. Back to you guys at the news desk.
Thank you, Odin. Well, we go now to our correspondent Lillian Drabick, who has the latest on health.
Lillian, what do you have for us tonight?
Thanks, guys. This is Lillian Drabick coming to you with the latest health news concerning both mental health and the recent national outbreak of listeria. As the school year starts, students are experiencing increased levels of academic anxiety. Licensed child therapist Jody Baumstein claims that young students don't always express what they are feeling and says that parents should monitor their behavior for warning signs, including headaches and stomach aches with no medical cause, procrastination, avoiding school, or acting up in class. According to a recent study taken of 393,000 adults, LGBTQ adults are 15% more likely to have more negative brain health than heterosexual and cisgender adults. This can lead to dementia, depression, and strokes. The study found that this was a result of factors that LGBTQ individuals face, including chronic stress and discrimination, and not being a part of the community itself. A 10th person has died from listeria after a New York man consumed recalled boar's head deli meat that was contaminated with the bacteria. An additional 59 people have been hospitalized after contracting the infection. Symptoms usually take up to 10 weeks to develop, making it difficult to get a better count. The boar's head plant in Virginia, where the bacteria was found, has been shut down. A 2023 national survey on drug and alcohol use has revealed that over 218 million adults have admitted to consuming alcohol at least once in their lives. Alcohol affects each person's body differently based on a variety of factors like age. Scientists have stated that liver functions begin to slow down as you age, which affects how the alcohol affects the body. Certain medications can also be disrupted by alcohol. With midterms approaching, make sure to get plenty of sleep and exercise and eat a balanced diet. Take advantage of campus resources if you are struggling in any class. That is all I have today for the Health Minute. This has been Lillian Drabick.
Keep watching to see what sweet treat is being celebrated throughout the country and how you can participate in the celebration.
Took home the Battle of Ohio, but could they finish the series with a sweep? Find out when we come back.
I got you.
Oh,
yeah, I got him.
That stupid controller froze again.
You're only saying that because you're losing.
Bet you bought the cheap one.
My controller is junk too. Is this even real?
You're spending less, so...
Yeah? We'll just buy it again?
Smart kids.
Who are you?
Or what are you?
Hey, I was wondering if you guys wanted any... OMG, it's McGruff.
Yes, I am.
He's not my Uncle McGruff, the crime dog. He's an imposter. He's a fake. Oh!
I am McGruff, the crime dog. He is the fake. And so is that controller you're holding. It's gonna break. And that, Pops...
could blow up in your face.
That's right, Scruff. Let's take a bite out of crime together and protect ourselves against fakes. Like him.
Who says you're not the fake?
Dude, you're literally missing an arm.
You are smart kids. You're smart. Buy smart.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
How's it going, Portage County? I'm Anthony Leonardi. I'm excited, you're excited. That's because we have some midweek action for you, starting on the hardwood as the Kent State volleyball team is playing right now. Tonight's home matchup is against Eastern Michigan Eagles, and the Golden Flashes come into this match with a 1-9 record and have been swept in each of their last 4 matches. This is the first of 2 matches against Eastern Michigan as they look back to get into the win column tonight and break that losing streak. And we're going to go over to the pitch for another home matchup. The women's soccer team is set to face Miami of Ohio tonight at 7 in Dick's Stadium. They entered tonight's matchup with a 5-2-1 record, and the Flashes are currently undefeated in MAC play and look to keep the win streak going and take down the Red Hawks. Some key players to watch tonight are midfielder Elisa Arthur, goalie Heidi Marshall, and midfielder Sienna Stambolic. And we are going to head to Progressive Field as the return of Stephen Kwan and return Diddy as he hits this ball right field. It's gone. Welcome back, Stephen Kwan. He hits that Mario celebration. Home run number 14 for Kwan. Guardians are up 1-0 in the bottom of the first. We're going to go bottom of 4. Josh Naylor singles past Ellie. Jose Ramirez is going to round third and score safely. Guardians are up 2-0 in the bottom of the 4th. Now we're going to go all the way to the 8th inning. Hunter Gaddis is dealing, and Santiago Espinal singles, bobbled at center field, and Jake Fraley heads up base running. He's going to tie this game as he scores 2-2. But do you guys believe in the power of friendship? I'll tell you who absolutely does. Jose Ramirez, no doubt, home run, right field. This is ball game. All 3 runners score. Guardians take this one 5-2. Now, what does this mean for playoffs? The Guardians are going to compete for that 1 seed. And it's that time of the week. We got Thursday Night Football once again. This week, the Dallas Cowboys will travel out to MetLife Stadium to take on the division rival New York Giants. Both teams enter tonight's matchup with a 1-2 record. And the Cowboys have won 9 out of their last 10 matchups. Now, unlike the past, I don't think tonight's game will be another Dallas blowout. The Giants offense seemed to find some life last weekend against the Browns as Malik Neighbors had himself a game, catching the ball 8 times with 78 yards and 2 touchdowns. I think that the Cowboys defense has also shown some struggle with the run game and the pass game over the couple weeks. So I'm going to pick the Giants to win this one at home. And unfortunately, that is all the time I have for you tonight. For all things sports, be sure to keep up with us on KentWire.com. I've been Anthony Leonardi. Have a great night, Portage County.
Thanks, Anthony. Well, whether you eat them in the morning or in the night, if you eat them with chocolate chips, blueberries, or just plain, hear about how you can celebrate Pancake Day.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money.
I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
I surrender.
All right, pal. Get ready for the day, buddy.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Do we have a gun?
What's that?
Do we have a gun?
Today marks a national holiday known as Pancake Day. It honors the flapjacks themselves, which dates back 30,000 years, potentially making them the oldest breakfast food in the world. The breakfast dessert is made with mixed batter and topped with endless options of sweets. For hot cake lovers, it's recommended that you celebrate by getting a stack and sharing it on social media using the hashtag National Pancake Day.
Well, here's something unusual. A new marine research study found an unusual thing that occurs when octopuses and fish get together. According to the study, octopus and free-floating fish sometimes hunt together, and if the fish don't pull their weight, octopuses resort to violence. If there is a fish that isn't helping out, the octopus will tend to punch them. The study utilized roughly 120 hours of underwater video. So, Nikki, I don't know much about octopuses, but I do know a bit about pancakes.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
How do you like your pancakes?
I either like chocolate chip or I like them with like topped with like fruit, kind of like warm and like a jam kind of consistency way.
Yeah.
What about you?
I tend to get them plain, but sometimes I like, strawberries on them or powdered sugar.
Yeah.
They're pretty good. Where would you say the best place to get pancakes are in Kent?
In Kent?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll probably do Over Easy.
Okay.
Yeah, because they get like a huge platter kind of.
Yeah.
What about you?
I really like the Wild Goats.
Okay.
Yeah, I go there like every Sunday. They've got great pancakes. You get strawberries on them, the powdered sugar, like I said.
Oh yeah.
What? I think it's strange that pancakes have been around for about 30,000 years.
Yeah, 30,000 years. I mean, I couldn't really find much about the tradition of them.
Right.
I do know I am not like Leslie Knope. I don't discriminate. I like both pancakes and waffles.
That's fair.
I'm a little
Pancakes
bit
and waffles
savory
are
though
good.
with breakfast food.
What about French toast?
Oh my goodness, French toast. I have had creme brulee French toast.
That sounds good. Where'd you get that?
It's just like creme brulee favorite French toast,
Okay.
literally. I had it like at a Mother's Day brunch once with my mom.
Interesting.
Mhm.
What do you think about the octopuses? How they
I love
punch
how they
fit?
taste in calamari.
Really?
I think it's violent. Like,
It
what
is
do you
violent.
think?
Yeah. Like, what are they doing? My friend has an octopus, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, is it tiny or big?
It's a good size octopus.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
From what I've heard, he's a crabby guy. Like
Is
the
that
octopus
legal?
is crabby. Yeah, you can have an octopus. It took him a while to get it shipped.
To get shipped from where?
I don't know, but he had him shipped in. His name is Dimitri.
The octopus's name.
The octopus's name is Dimitri. Yeah.
I'm kind of a little concerned
No,
about
I
like.
mean, he
Is
feeds him-
Dimitri safe?
Yeah. He feeds him clam, shrimp,
Clam. Okay.
frozen shrimp. He's not really a hunter. Well, that's all the time we have for you tonight.
To stay up to date on all these stories and more, follow it at Kent Wired on all social media platforms. I'm Nikki Gajeski.
And I'm Joe Malbin. Have a great night, Portage County.
Kids will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
If you can sit with me, imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read. 'Cause every kid across the nation deserves a book to read, and we can make it happen right now. No, I don't know what you've been told, but kids with books learn so much more. So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child. So let's join hands, book people unite, unearth hidden passion. Come on, have a good time. Planting seeds of inspiration to motivate some magic. To change the writing on the wall, writing on the wall. One book can make a difference. One book can inspire a child. One book can be the first thing that helps to change a life. People unite.
Read to a child